Welcome back to a special edition of the vlog called Storytime with Matt James, with me, your host, Matt James, where I inform you about something stupid that I have done. As most of you know, I am a student, and being a student, most of you will gather that I am poor, meaning I have no money. So whenever someone says, hey, I'll give you so-and-so amount of money for a lift, because I can drive, I agree. So my friend Joe Lux asked me if I would go pick him up from the airport because he's just been to Portugal for a good £40. Pretty decent considering Manchester Airport's only down the road. So I think this is absolutely fantastic. I'm about to get £40 into my back pocket. One catch, however, is I have to go at 3 AM. Doesn't matter, I've stayed up 48 hours before. I'm cruising on down the M56 to get to Manchester Airport, and I arrive in Terminal 2. Departures. Because sometimes the arrivals come out the departures, it's quite confusing, I don't know why. So I get there with quick haste and I think it's absolutely fantastic. I have nothing to worry about. So I sit down, obviously I'm sat down, I'm in a car, so I put my feet up, don't actually put my feet up, but you know, metaphorically speaking. I turn the engine off and I play a game that I've recently downloaded called Siege. I'm there for about 10 to 15 minutes. Life's good. Life's great, actually. Then I get a phone call from Joe saying, hi, I've just arrived outside the building, which is the airport. And I go, absolutely fantastic, I think I'm upstairs. Can you please make your way there? So they do. And me, being the clever guy that I am, I switch the engine on because, you know, who wants to be waiting at the airport? You know, a machine gun noise comes from my bonnet. Now, this has happened before where I've had to then jump start my car with jumper cables. So I'm thinking, I'm in the airport, it's a one-way system, and I have broke down. How on earth am I going to get myself out of this one? I see in the distance Joe and his two friends approaching my vehicle, and I just get out and I go to them, Joe and friends, we've got a problem. The car won't start, which you can probably see in Joe's vlog whenever he posts it, so I'll link to it whenever he posts it. I'm looking at the car, and I'm looking at Joe. I'm looking at the car, and I'm looking at Joe's friends. And I'm looking at the car, and I'm looking back at Joe. And I think, well, may as well keep your £40. Now, lucky for me, I kept the jumper leads in the boot of my car. So I remove them and desperately seek a taxi driver kind enough to help me out. This one taxi driver does, he turns his car around in a place you shouldn't actually turn your car around and brings it forward to the bonnet. So we've got the bonnets facing off against each other like a battle royale. That's not important. Now, I actually have no idea how to use jumper leads. So I go to him, which ones do I put on which? And he goes, oh, that one and that one, because he's, I don't know, some foreign guy. So I put that one and that one and that one and that one and then that one and that one and that one and that one on his one. And then he goes and turns his engine on. I go in and I turn my engine. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens. Blank. Not even the machine gun noise. I'd actually rather it be the machine gun noise that happens. Literally nothing. I think my car's dead. It's died. And then the car starts smoking. The jumper leads start to melt visibly in my vision. The taxi driver, to put it lightly, shits himself. He removes the jumper cables while they're melting in front of us, and he gets in his car, reverses and disappears. He goes. I think he didn't want to be involved anymore because a fire was about to start. So I'm looking at the jumper cables that are now on the floor in a pile of plasticky ooziness. Look at the jumper cables. They have melted. You can see the wire. Useless. Actually, they weren't useless. And I'm thinking, well, this is fantastic. I've got 3 people in the car that want to get back home. The clock is ticking. I don't know what to do with myself. I convinced the 2 lads, Joe and Charlie, to get out and push my car in hopes maybe we could possibly bump start the car. Absolutely not. The car decides to like put the brake system on, even when the handbrake's down and I'm not even pressing the brakes, and it just doesn't move. We're pushing it, well they're pushing it, I'm not. They're pushing it and it's just not working at all. I'm thinking at this point, well, I hope there's not a camera system monitoring the number plates of the cars because I'm absolutely screwed. We've been on this little bay road sort of thing for about 40 minutes now, and I'm starting to sweat. And what do you do when you're in a little bit of a panic? You ring your dad. Of course you do, everyone does. 3 in the morning, mind you. So I'm on my phone to my dad. He obviously can't do anything because he's like 40 minutes away. And life is hard. And then I go to a taxi driver behind me and I practically beg him to like leave the thing, come back round if we like move our car, like reverse it back. And by reverse it back I mean the 2 boys push it down the hill into this little bay area that's just like before the airport drop-off area. The taxi driver comes back in and I'm looking at the jumper cables and I'm thinking, I hope to God he doesn't look at them and think, no, bye-bye, and disappears. Thank God he didn't. Turns out we put the jumper cables on the other taxi driver's car the wrong way. We put the red on the negative and red's meant to be on the positive and vice versa. That's why it started smoking. So we connect them up the right way around. I put the final cable onto the other taxi driver's car that's so kindly lent his hand, or car rather, and sparks. I crap my pants a bit and I'm thinking, oh, sugar honey iced tea, I've left the battery running in my car when we were trying to bump start it. So I run back round like a little idiot. Turn it off, taxi driver goes back into his car, he turns his ignition, I turn mine, the engine roars! We put the jumper cables in the boot of my car, I shake the guy's hand, to which was a very weak handshake. I've had better handshakes from toddlers. We depart, we drive home, and I'm still a bit upset because my radio has been short-circuited because of when we turn the battery on and it's all done, yeah. So we drive in silence, all the way home. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. It's been calm. I just need to calm. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Make sure you subscribe. You leave a like. And you check out the previous video.